From Kapadokia, we drove to Urfa, officially known as Sanliurfa. On the way, this time we saw a different scenery, full of cotton and pistachio fields on the left and on the right. Now, let's take a guess. This plant you see, do you know what it is? Any idea? It's a pistachio plant. Are you surprised? Me too. Reminds me of the magnificence of the Creator, Rabbil Alameen, in Surah 16, verse 11.
He, God, causes to grow for you thereby the crops, olives, palm trees, grapevines, and of all the fruits. Indeed, in that is a sign for a people who give thought.
On our way, we saw the sunset. I thought to myself, the sun never fails to rise and set according to the qadar, laws fixed by Allah. The sun and all creatures on this earth submit and follow the orders, command, the laws of Allah. But how about us, human? We, given akal, potentials, choose not to submit to the laws and orders of Allah. Kafah, whole. Instead, we take what we want and discard what we don't want because we treasure our freedom more than anything else. We want modernism, good life, etc. And now, we are slave to human desire and human laws. We work from morning till night to meet human standards of what is a good life. Yet, our purchasing power is so poor that we are broke before the month ends. Many have to work very hard, 2 or 3 jobs, just to survive. We leave kids, our children, in the morning and only see them at night, just like the sunrise and the sunset. Is our life better today, or are we stressed out? So, which is better, do you think? Slave to human laws or slave to the Creator of human laws? A question that never fails to disturb me. It was very hot here when we arrived. The temperature in September was around 38 degrees Celsius. Phew, it was burning. We were melting. We looked like red Indians. On the way to Urfa, we stopped at Helfeti, a place where a mosque and some houses were drowned. Sunken below the river. Sunken by the building of a dam over the Euphrates River. The dam was built by the Turkish government for energy generation. Do you know the Euphrates River is the longest river in Western Asia? Yes. It originates from Turkey and flows to Syria and Iraq. What a beautiful and breathtaking view. I was just enjoying myself, speechless, immersed in this view, all the way in the boat. Then, finally, we reached our flat at Sanliurfa at night, after being on the road for about, 6 hours. Here is the view from our flat, booked through Airbnb. The house owner is a bank officer. He shared with us how low was the salary here, how pitiful it was, and how high, very high up to the roof, right to the nose, was the cost of living, and how some people here despise their leader, Erdogan. He shared people can't even express their ideas freely. For example, just to say a price of bread is expensive on Twitter, and they will be called by the police. So much for freedom. However, in Konya, when we stayed with the house owner, he told us people can criticize, but not insult. What's the difference? It all depends on who is in power. The definition will change according to who is in power, who rules the country, not who is being ruled. So where's the freedom? Harran transports me back to thousands and thousands of years ago. Here, 25 kilometers from the border of Syria, was an old civilization. My God, very, very old. A home to Assyrian, Babylonian, Roman, Byzantine, Persian, and finally the last Umayyad and Ottoman Empire. This is the place where it was said Prophet Ibrahim and his wife lived. Look carefully, the beehive houses here. It is made of clay and cow dung. Oh, smelly. Tahi lembu in Malay can be seen on the houses. Do you know the use of the cow dung here? It can also be used as a fuel in winter, but it is used in the buildings of the houses. Who would have thought cow dung is useful for human building? In Amsterdam, some researchers have started doing research on how cow dung can be used for building material in the future, especially now we are facing climate change. But without technology, or maybe very not so advanced technology, thousand years ago, people in Harran have used it. They put it on the walls of their beehive houses. Can you see this blue color here? It is to scare the scorpions away. MashaAllah. The intelligence of the people in the past without Google. Harran is also where the oldest Islamic university or madrasa is situated, built during Umayyad period when they took over Urfa. Umar II, the caliph during Khalifah of Umayyah, conquered Urfa. Umayyad influence in the form of architectural can also be seen in the city called Sanliurfa. People here lived life simply. Kids are seen herding sheep. Reminds me of Prophet when he was young. Many people here look like they are from Syria and Iraq border. Perhaps due to the war, many ran to Turkey. It breaks my heart to see how difficult life is here in this part of the world. In Sanliurfa, here is the place where Prophet Ibrahim was thrown from a high place because he destroyed the idols built by the people and his father here. Not easier, telling your father the truth. And the people reacted by making plans to burn him. We refer to Surah As-Safat, verse 95, where Prophet Ibrahim asked, "Do you worship that which you carve?" The same Surah As-Safat, verse 96. While Allah created you and that which you do. Verse 97. They said, "Construct for him a structure, a furnace, and throw him into the burning fire." Verse 98. And they intended for him a plan, i.e. a harm, but we made them the most debased. Let's not forget, money, position, desire, glory can be idols too. The tourism officer, Ridwan, was so kind. He helped us answer our questions. He said the Umayyad first built this place, which we can see the architecture in this building through the arch. You see, the arch reminds me of Cordoba, Andalusia. Under the Umayyad Caliphate back then, I was in Andalusia in the summer of 1995, where I visited Alhambra, Cordoba, and I can see the similar architecture of Umayyad Caliphate. It was only in the last 20 years or so, somewhere around that, the government of Sanliurfa developed this place that you look as it is now. From our research, there are two possibilities on where Prophet Ibrahim was thrown into the fire. One is here in Sanliurfa, in Turkey. Another is in Iraq. Ridwan agreed with us. After reading, I found that this place has a higher possibility to be true because Umayyad remnants was found here. The market in Sanliurfa, oh my God, is so busy, so hectic, so humid, so many people and so many shops, spices, stuff, clothes, little alleys here and there. My goodness, like a maze. I then found out why it was so busy and hectic. Then, after reading, I found out this market lies in the middle of the Silk Road. Oh, now I know. The next day, we were told that the cave of 7 sleepers, Al-Kahfi, in Surah Al-Kahfi, in Mersin. So we drove here and found out that there are 2 opinions from Tafsir regarding the location of the cave of the 7 sleepers. One in Mersin, here in Turkey, another one in Jordan. Anyway, we went inside first to investigate ourselves. So the only way to know if this cave here is the really the one, true or false, is by referring to Quran as Huda. Huda, Bayinat, Furqan. Huda, guidance. Bayinat, proof or explanation. Furqan, the differentiator, Haq and Batil. The verse related to the cave is Surah Al-Kahf or Al-Kahfi in Surah 18 verse 17, which states, "And had you been present, you would see the sun when it rose, inclining away from the cave on the right, and when it set, passing away from them on the left, while they were lying within an open space thereof. That was from the signs of Allah. He whom Allah guides is the rightly guided, but he whom Allah sends astray, never will you find for him a protecting guide." So the question now, when the local authority of Mersin concluded this is the cave, did they refer to this specific verse, the verse 17? Have they proved that this cave meets the characteristics or signs given in this verse? Same goes to the cave of 7 sleepers in Jordan. The local authority there, did they do the test, the same test, and pass the question before they can claim this is the cave? Allah knows best. With doubts on our mind, we left Arfa now to Konya. Another 8 hours drive. Next. Let's go.